Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
My sister Katie and I love to shop. Well, mostly window shop. She means we're thorough. She means we're bargain hunters. Exactly. But my sister Kelly showed me an article that made me change a really bad habit, just wanting us to do what's right. You see, at one time, I just couldn't stay away from those bargain knockoffs. You know, the handbags and scarves sold on the street.
Counterfeit merchandise?
Ooh, you make it sound so illegal.
Well, it is stealing.
Ouch. I wouldn't steal. I didn't realize that this sort of stealing can lead to more Americans losing their jobs.
So, no more buying fakes and knockoffs, right?
Right. Just honest bargain hunting.
Now you're talking.
Remember, counterfeits hurt, but you have the power to stop them. To learn more, go to www.ncpc.org/getreal. That's ncpc.org/getreal. Brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, U.S. Department of Justice.
To some, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much, but that's not true. They're testing out vowels and consonants and trying different sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on meaning. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Join me for a minute. I want you to hear something.
Sports Talk it is.
Welcome! You're listening to the Sports Shock Show, and I'm the Sports Shock Wayne Candy.
The 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And I'm your host, Mr. Controversy.
Hello, and welcome to DNA Sports. This is Don the D and DNA.
What's going on? This is Ace of the A and DNA.
Why bring the facts about sports?
It's Sports Round Table. I am your humble host, H.O.
Download the Real 1100 app from your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
You're tuned into WWE AM 1100.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Woo! We are back with another installment of the #1 rated business show right here on the Real 1100 AM. I'm your host, Kevin C. Pride. And I got another jam-packed, awesome show for you guys today. We are all over the world. I got the international Caribbean superstar, the sensation in the house, in studio with me today. From Atlanta Southwest, I got my good friend Harold Hardnett. He'll be joining us a little bit later. And then also on the line, all the way from Tennessee, she'll be joining us shortly. Fourth Moon Productions, Miss Trishunda Mooney. Thank y'all so much once again for being right here on the #1 rated business show. I'm your host, Kevin C. Pride. Please go follow me at I am KC Pride on Instagram and all other networks. Whew. It's been a rough one, man. I ain't gonna let them know you're here just yet. It's been a rough one today, man. I've been running since I got out of bed this morning. Let's get a few announcements out of the way. To all my men out there who like to stay sexy and who like to stay looking good, I want you to go see my personal barber out in Douglasville. He is at 6405 Fairburn Road. You can call and schedule an appointment at 770-485-6772. I don't know who this is calling me at this 404 number, but I hope y'all watching me because I am on air right now and I can't talk to you, but it's all right. Ask for Melvin, tell him Kevin sent you, and he might even give you a free lineup. Again, that number is 770-485-6772. Also, we are still racing to read right here in the city of Atlanta. We are trying to become the city that reads. We are asking everyone to go to racetoread.org and sign up today. Start tracking your minutes so we can become the city that reads. We're trying to reach 10 million minutes read right here in the city of Atlanta. We are currently at 5 million. It does not matter what you read. You can be reading emails, books, and whatever else you want to read. Just log it and let us know about it so we can become 10 million strong in minutes of reading here in Atlanta. Whew. All right. We got one more. All right. We got one more to get out. So the first quarter of business is now ending. I hope everyone is having a good time. I hope you're still optimistic. I hope those plans that you made at the beginning of the year, you still are geared towards them. But if you are not, I want you to go to connect at Kevin C. Pride. Shoot me an email and say, hey, I want to join your mastermind, because all year long we are helping business owners just like you be more successful, learn some new tactics, learn some new ways of growing your business. And more so than anything, we have lost so many businesses in our community due to COVID. Almost 50 to 60% of our businesses have closed and will not reopen. And Lord knows we don't want to continue to see that happen. So once again, I want you guys to email me at connect at Kevin C. Pride, put in the subject line mastermind, and I will help you get hooked up with one of the mastermind groups. All right. Joining me right now, she is a professional producer, filmmaker. She has started her own company, Fourth Moon Productions, and she has worked with some major production houses. Joining me to the program right now, her name is Miss Trishunda Mooney.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Beautiful day.
Whew, girl, we have some problems.
I need you to get together.
We're gonna be all right. Well, thank you so very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's see. Well, tell us a little bit about you, a little bit about your background and Fourth Moon Productions. I'm having some echo problems and it's throwing me off, but we good now. But tell us about Fourth Moon Productions and a little bit about what you guys are doing over there.
Okay. So my name is Trishunda Mooney, like you said, from Montgomery, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And I started in the entertainment industry when straight out of high school. I wanted to become a model and an actress and started to pursue that route. And in pursuing that route, I was selected to become an extra on Rainforest Films, The Gospel. In 2005, that movie came out.
Okay.
A long time. That movie came out in 2005, and as I was sitting in the extras holding area, I was like, wait a minute. Who are all these people moving around? It's just like, it's so much going on. And then when they finally called us to set, the cameras was up, the lights were going on, people were moving cameras and equipment and calling out action and things of that nature. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, I'm an extra sitting in this room for a long time, not having anything to do, but all these things are going on around me. Who is the person calling the shots? Who's pulling all this together? And so after leaving that set, that was like in my heart and mind, like the beginning of when I said, I'm going behind the scenes. I am a producer. I researched it. I was like, who is the person calling the shots? And so I saw it was Will Packer. He was the producer. Then you had Rob Hardy as the writer. And I was like, this is amazing. Right here in Atlanta, you have these Black African-American men actually doing these filming things. And I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Extras is one thing. I love it. That was my start. But I'm like, yeah, producing and pulling the people and the talent together, that's what I want to do. And that's how I see using my skills and my talent. So with that being said, a couple of other things that happened in between, but I did start Fourth Moon Productions in 2017.
Okay.
Because I said there is content that I would love to see. There's content that I want to get out that inspires a community, that brings us together to help us to understand what it looks like to unite and fight for a cause together, and just inspires hope. And with that being said, I said, to create the content, I need to be able to write it. So I said, let me learn how to write it and actually understand that process.
Okay.
So
you can do it all.
I actually wrote, produced, and directed my first short film, Land of the Free. It's on my YouTube channel, Fourth Moon Productions. And after I did that, I was like, okay, now that I understand that process a little bit better, let me go back to school and understand the business behind it.
Okay.
So I was like, I did one thing and I went backwards. So that path for me went to school. I attended Clark Atlanta, and that's where I started to understand what the business end looks like of building Sportsman Productions and as a business along with my creative side.
Wow. Now, you've worked with some pretty big production houses. I know I saw it in your bio, BET and HBO and all these other folks. Tell us what that experience was like to first time you're a founder of your own company. What is it like to be in the midst of just brands that we've watched our entire lives growing up?
Right. And like I said, even with starting Rainforest Films, that was one that really stuck in my heart to see this was like visual for me. I was able to go and put my hands on the production and see it. So having that experience sparked that permanent light on for me as being a producer. But then when I went back to school and I was attending Clark, it was so many opportunities that was floating around for students in regards to being on production set. So that's when I had the opportunity to internship with BET. And not only did I internship with them for the show The Quad that they had going on at the time, I was able to work in like 5 different departments. So where I was like, okay, I want to be a content creator, and I feel like I knew what I wanted to do and produce. They gave me the opportunity to say, okay, I know you want to produce and I know you want to write, but we want to expose you to the makeup and hair department, and also over here with the grips and also with the lighting. So they opened my mind to see, okay, this is how it all works together. So being able to work with BET, I also worked with CMT. It's a show called Redneck Island, worked right next to Jesse James Becker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I was a talent assistant coordinator, and that was eye-opening as well as working as production assistant talent coordinator. It's just so many opportunities that you would find available to you working on so many different sets. And the door is like the door is open for you. You just have to have the heart and the want to excel in whatever area you're in. And those people who are in those positions you're in, they're looking to say, hey, who's that next person I'm going to bring up into this area to work as hard as they are and even better. So now those opportunities are out there.
Now, sure. How important is it when you're young, you're fresh on the scene, you are starting up in this business? How important it is to take opportunities like that and start to build that network up and start to build those contacts and start to create some memorable relationships with folks in this career field?
It's extremely important because what you do when you are afforded that opportunity, what you do with that opportunity is what lasts to me. So, I mean, you can go on the set and you're like, well, this is not what I want to do. And you go on there and you have the wrong attitude and you're not putting your best foot forward. That's what's going to last. They're not going to remember, hey, this person was hired, but they were in the wrong, they weren't hired for the right position. No, they're not going to remember that. They're going to remember you were probably lazy, you were combative, and you didn't do your job right. Wow. Going in with an open mind and understanding that, hey, though I'm in a production assistant position and I want to be a producer one day, you need to go in with the mindset of, hey, I'm going to work in this production assistant position and say, let me work up towards that. Let me talk to the people. Let me understand not only what I want to do as a producer, but understand those positions around me and how important those are. Because to me, as a producer, you understand how important the positions of everybody who is working with you as a team. It's not that you make it to the top and be like, oh, this is where I am, and you forget about the rest of the team. No, you need to understand everybody pulls that vision together.
Oh yeah,
so it's very important. Extremely important.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the business of production, because we got a lot of content creators and a lot of folks that follow the show and even come on the show. But let's kind of switch to the business of production, because I think a lot of times, great, the movies and this type of stuff. But what does it actually look like from a business perspective or from a managerial perspective when you got to sit down and think about, all right, we're trying to put this together. We need all this stuff. We need these different equipments, different talent. Like, how do you structure that? How do you start to put that together?
Well, that's a very important question, because I think as creatives, we work from that creative, artistic side 100% all day, every day. We're creating. We just working. We're just delivering masterpieces back to back. And we see it all the time on like social media, YouTube. You're like, oh man, that was a funny video. You know, that was so, everybody's sharing this content. But as a creative and an artist, we forget about the business end of being able to own that content that you're putting out, and also understanding what that looks like monetary wise, and building your position as and taking it serious as a career. This could be a career, I guess, because in our minds we always feel like as an artist, okay, yeah, you don't usually get paid for being an artist. That's just like a side job. That's a hustle. No, that doesn't have to be a hustle. You don't have to be dead. In my understanding and my belief, you don't have to be dead to be paid to be an artist. You can actually get your work. Now, I really hate that terminology of starving artist, because if you set yourself up right with getting your business information, your business paperwork done, go ahead and trademarking your name, trademarking your work, making sure you have that legal protection behind you, getting those things set in place first before we start setting it out. That to me is you understanding as a creative and an artist how your gifting can be used to sustain you and your family, because it can.
Well, definitely. A lot of these young content creators are watching, and once again, thank y'all so much. We are officially streaming on XOD, and y'all's audience over there is just so live. I promise you, y'all stay in the show. But we got a lot of content creators watching, and one of the biggest questions that they're asking is, how do they get these projects funded? Like, what's the process of getting it funded? You come up with these great ideas, and I ain't got the money to do it. How do I do it?
Right. And that's a very good question. I'm still going through that myself. Because it's like you're hearing about all this money being thrown around, $50 billion for tech, and then it's like, okay, can I get a little bit of that over here production-wise for independent filmmakers and not just production houses? So that's a very good question. That's something that I feel Fourth Moon is definitely looking to assist in, because like I said, the money is there.
Okay.
I actually funded my first project with $1,500.
Wow.
But I had to understand that those big productions that we see on TV, there's a system and there's a setup, a way that's being done. Like I said, I had put in my mind, okay, I want to be a producer and also move up to be an executive producer, where I invest into projects, invest into my own projects. And so with that being said, when I shot my first short film, I just prayed. I'm like, Lord, these big old films, they have executive producers. I need an executive producer to get on my team and say, I'm going to film this project, help her film this project. I shot it over to a friend. When I finished the script, I shot it over to a young man I had worked on several of his projects with. He read it. He was like, I'm with it. He said, what do you need from me? And so when he said that, I had to read the email again, like, wait a minute, is he saying that he's going to financially support me? And he did. He was like, what do you need? So I shot him over the number, and he was like, okay, when we start. And I was like, wow. So first and foremost, independent, and I'm speaking to my content creators, independent artists, first and foremost, you have to believe there is someone out there that will invest into your project financially, professionally. You have to believe that. It's not just for big production houses. It's even starting with a small budget. Go ahead and start with a small budget and say, this is how much it's going to cost to put this content out. But we always start with, I'm just going to film it. I'm going to film it. I'm going to, if I see my cast and crew, I have no idea. I'll give them a copy of the thing once it's done, and that's what I'm going to do. That's good. But if you're looking to excel and to level up and continue to level up into actually getting that funding, you have to believe that you can get it first.
Well,
so that's the first step.
If anybody wants to support you, anybody there listening, anybody want to fund one of your projects, how can folks support you, and how can folks get in contact with you?
Well, how is Fourth Moon? You can go to www.fourthmoonproductions.com. And the question to win is right now. The answer to win is right now. I'm sorry. The answer to win, you can do it right now. You can reach out to me on my website, www.fourthmoonproductions.com. I'm on Instagram at fourthmoonprds, Twitter, _moon, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Clubhouse.
That's just way too much. It's just way too much. Thank you so much for joining us today. Once again, Fourth Moon Productions. If you want to support, fund the project, or anything, please get in contact. And we will be right back after this.
This pandemic has many people suffering. Are you stressed? Are you not sleeping well? Are you suffering from neck pain, back pain, or headaches? Chiropractic can help. Chiropractic is a natural healing art that can resolve many of your ailments. Dr. Williams and Dr. Fowler of Align for Life are board-certified doctors of chiropractic with over 15 years of combined experience. They are located in South Atlanta and are available for your healthcare needs.
If you want to be fine, take care of your spine. Visit them at yourfinespine.com.
Is your business online? Well, in today's world, if you're not online, then your business is not going to survive. Do you have a WordPress website? Well, if you do, I want to make sure that you go visit my good friends at Fast Fix WP and make sure that WordPress website stays running smooth. Trust me, there is nothing worse than having a big presentation or have a customer on your site and then your site goes down. So I want you to go visit fastfixwp.com and make sure your site stays running smooth and stays online every time you need it. And we are back right here on the #1 rated business show. I'm your host today, Kevin C. Pride. Joining me in studio. The Caribbean sensation himself, international superstar and recording artist, Kenne Blessin.
To the world, you know, doings up top.
Blessings.
You see it, more life, more strength, worldwide, up. You see it.
Man, what you been up to, man? How you been doing over the last, what's 7-8 years now?
It's been a long while, man.
Oh, man.
I've been in and out the country, been in London, Zurich, Amsterdam, Ireland, doing all different promotions and stuff.
Wow.
You know, it's COVID, so we have to keep stronger than before, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Keep doing it.
Man, I promise you, man, you're my inspiration.
Respect, man. The last time we met, for real.
There's a lot of folks out there trying to copy what we did with Industry Night and a lot of other shows.
You said something, man.
It was great talent like you, though, man.
Respect.
So tell me, man, how's it been during this world of COVID? Because I mean, you perform all over the world. What is it? How's it been for you?
It's not easy. We must say that. I just left Trinidad and I went to London. As soon as I landed in London, boom, COVID was just at its peak. So I was locked in London for almost a year.
Wow.
And I was doing music. I did 2 songs prior to the COVID. One's called It's Gonna Be All Right. And I also did a song called Where Do We Go From Here? And I keep working. And I had an EP called Millions with 6 tracks that I was promoting. I was supposed to go to Jamaica and all that to do it, but you know, it kind of stopped. So I had to do the online thing. So I was in London for then doing few stuff. Back in Atlanta, doing a few stuff, you know, collaborating with producers and all that.
Now, be honest. Where you like being the most? Atlanta everywhere?
Well, I must say, you know, I'm from the Caribbean, man. So, you know, I love the Caribbean. But because I'm here in Atlanta and the universe and it brought me here, even London, I have to appreciate wherever music bring me and wherever life bring me. So it's the world. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. You know, it's our world.
now, what is it like being just a international star like that, man? Just all over the place. You know, meeting people with so many different backgrounds, such just diverse people. What is it like for you as an experience?
It's educational. That's one. Because traveling and observing, it gives you a lot of education. You learn different lifestyle, different cultures, different races. You get to see different faces, you know. So for me, it's nice, it's challenging, and it's adventurous because musically, people would be in different environment. They would look at me like, what is he up to? Until I open my mouth and started to sing, then they would realize that my passion comes from that, you know. It's not easy in the music world. We all know this, but loving it is the first key, and trying to be better, trying to know about the business and all that, you know. So that's what it's been so far, giving thanks, you know.
Wow. Tell me this. So it's been what? How long you been performing?
A long while, man.
I know you've been doing it since. I mean, you was 2-3 years old.
A long while. I was placed. My family, you know, tried to bring me to music. I was very shy. I didn't want to do it, but however, you know, it came along, and I did the competition. I went to Antigua and Barbuda. I lived there for years because my mom still lived there. So I was there, and I entered the Caribbean Star Search. Then a soca band asked me, how would you mind singing soca music? I don't know if you know what soca music is. It's the Caribbean carnival thing.
Okay.
Gyrating music, happy music for costumes and all that. So I had to do that genre. Then I started working with a rock band in Antigua. So I was opening for Eric Clapton, the Kinks, Manhattans, you know, open for, you know, different genres of artists.
Now, back when we had the studio and all that stuff, and we were working together, that whole independent movement in music was just literally starting.
Yes.
And you know, a lot of the stuff that we have now, like the YouTube, that was just starting up, and a lot of like the SoundClouds and all this type of stuff.
Spotify, everything.
How is that affecting the music business for you? Because I know you've been able to kind of experience both sides of it. So how's that affecting the music world for you?
Well, it don't really affect because we have to adjust to it. It's like adjusting to time. So, you know, we just adjust to it and know that's what the social media requires. So we just try to adapt to what's happening and try to work with it the best way we can, you know?
Oh, yeah. Now how important, because one of the biggest things that we talk about a lot is that marketing and branding. How important is to have that branding and have that swag that you got, you know, traveling all over the world being an artist?
It's very important because to get the right team or to find the right set of people, it's not that easy, you know. So now over the time I'll get to develop with more business-minded people who is, you know, encouraging me to LLC my business more better and to get it into a more CEO mindset and not just being an artist and just doing it for being an artist, you know, into more understanding productions, videography, the whole works. So I'm still working with a small circle. We're still looking for, as the first interview said, we're still looking for, you know what I mean, sponsors if we can, but we're still working independently with our stuff as much as we can, you know?
Now, any commercial, I mean, not commercials, but any concerts or anything big coming up in the next few months?
Yeah, well, we have a show on May the 15th. It's going to be at Jamrock South with Wayne Wonder, which is a superstar reggae dancehall artist.
Okay.
So I'm going to be working with him alongside Imani Ray. I have a soca show on the 3rd of April. I'm going to be at Bliss Nightclub. This Friday, I'm going to be at Jamrock South in Jonesboro. And this Saturday, I'm going to be at Spice House at Panola. In Panola.
I be trying to tell folks, man, if you're real about it, you out here working. I know so many folks, yeah, man, we about to drop an album, all that type of stuff. Okay. You recently got a new single coming out or just dropped one.
Yeah.
I think we got a little bit of that audio. Let's play a little bit of that new single that you got.
Run it.
Oh, yeah. Arts music, you know. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's kind of Blessin. Uganda. Me naga boss, girl, me have. Coulda been my Ara Jagger. Nobody this make a roller. Because still I do the job. No grudge dance team house. Remember brawling spokes. You better have it in your one room. You done get me more. So you got to be grateful. You got to be grateful. Don't judge the next one. Cause them a post in the ground. Just be grateful. You got to be grateful. Don't judge the next one. cause what them post for the crown. No, he's stepping out in a white brand new.
Man, where can they go get it? I already got it downloaded, so you know I ain't even got to worry about it. Where can they go pick it up?
On all major platforms, everywhere. You got to be grateful. You got. It's all about being grateful, and that song was written because after the COVID and everything, I realized some people lost their jobs, some people lost a lot of stuff. So I'm just saying, be grateful, appreciate what you have now, and try to work on yourself. Because as long as we have life, there must be some type of hope in it.
Man, who are some of the influences on you in music? Because your music has always just been so positive and such an inspired message behind it. What are some of those influences that you've had on you?
Actually, it's everyone, you know. My reggae music.
You can say Kevin Pride, it's fine.
Even Kevin Pride too, because I said everyone. When I met you, you inspired me to do more. All the reggae artists, hip hop, R&B. I listen to everybody, speakers, everything. I'm not a political person, but I try to be on a balance, you know.
Oh yeah.
So everything good inspires me, you know. Even the bad times too, you know. So I'm just naturally inspired by the Most High, who is the creator of the universe and the world and everything that's living in it, you know.
What's next, man? Do you think you'll ever do anything other than music, man? Because you
Oh yeah, we're gonna be investing in all type of different stuff, you know.
Okay.
You don't have to know about it you don't have to know about it to do it, you know. You can just see the spot, have the money, and say, hey, I want to put an hairdresser shop over there and just do it and get the workers for it. So my plan is to do workshop. We just came out with the merch, doings. Doings is my slogan.
Okay.
And doings mean do good things, do the right thing, and do it right, you know. So doings, I just came out with the brand, doings. You can go on Instagram, the page is new, doings. We have the hot shirt and we're coming out with more stuff. So I won't be talking all that, but we team up with doing all that. And also big up to Claudia CP Peters and Sleepy and all the team in Antigua. We just came out with a song called Home Again because of the lockdown. I know it's so strict in the Caribbean. We came out with this song called Home Again. So check it out on YouTube. Check it out worldwide. It's me.
Well, one thing for I'll let you get out of here, man. We always got just a whole bunch of young content creators, young musicians, and a whole bunch of folks following us. One big question that always comes up nowadays, as far as that content, how important is that to have that protected? Because we are in this world where you got platforms like, you know, your Facebooks and all these other people that take advantage of this free content. You want folks to hear it, but you want the credit for it and the money for it too. How do you deal with that?
First of all, I try to copyright everything I have.
Okay.
And now I'm getting into buying the domains of my own stuff, you know, because it's very important to do that. So every day we learn that we got to do that. It's not just being an artist and wearing stuff and acting all swaggy or bling. It's more than that. You know what I mean? It's business for the future, for the kids, everyone, you know.
Now, any aspirations to go into acting?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I didn't, if I was in London, maybe I'll be on the Coming to America too. You never know. But yeah, I'm ready for it.
We actually had one of the actors here from Coming to America last week. Yeah, Brent Moore Gaskins. That Moore, you know, being from Alabama, that's hard to say. Well, man, thank you so much for joining us today, man. Definitely let everybody know how they can support you, follow you on social media, and get your music.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at KenneBlessin. That's Kenne Blessin. It's my brand new page. Follow it. Follow Kenne Blessin blog. Get the updates. Follow Doings. You get the merch. You know what I mean? Facebook is Kenne Blessin or Kenroy Kenne Blessin Carney. Twitter Kenne Blessin. Google me. Spotify. Check out the link. You know, check out the music. A lot of music, different genres from all over. Is it? Doings to the world, Kevin Pride. Up.
Blessings.
Yes, me.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back after this with Atlanta Southwest on. If y'all call me one more time about this man, I promise y'all I'm gonna put you on call the block. We'll be right back.
This pandemic has many people suffering. Are you stressed? Are you not sleeping well? Are you suffering from neck pain, back pain, or headache? Chiropractic can help. Chiropractic is a natural healing art that can resolve many of your ailments. Dr. Williams and Dr. Fowler of Align for Life are board-certified doctors of chiropractic with over 15 years of combined experience. They are located in South Atlanta and are available for your healthcare needs.
Auto accident, wellness care, slip and fall. We take care of it all. Visit them at yourfinespine.com.
Is your business online? Well, in today's world, if you're not online, then your business is not going to survive. Do you have a WordPress website? Well, if you do, I want to make sure that you go visit my good friends at Fast Fix WP and make sure that WordPress website stays running smooth. Trust me, there is nothing worse than having a big presentation or have a customer on your site and then your site goes down. So I want you to go visit fastfixwp.com and make sure your site stays running smooth and stays online every time you need it. And we are back. I had to get their attention.
No, yeah.
Y'all sitting over here doing something else. I had to get their attention. Oh man, y'all tearing up my studio. Thank y'all so much for once again hanging in there after the break. All y'all folks in Atlanta Southwest. All right, now Kenne, thank y'all so much. But for everybody over there in Atlanta Southwest, I promise y'all, he is in studio, and I'm gonna grill him, and we're gonna get the answers to all them questions today. Joining me right here on the #1 rated business show in studio, Mr. Harold, CEO of the year, Hardnett. Man, I could come up with almost any award because you done got them all this year, bro. It's been your year.
I mean, I've done okay. I've done okay. I'm still trying to catch up with Natalie Hall. She's got more awards to me. I joke with her about that sometimes, but everything's cool. Yeah, I'm just thankful and blessed, and I never look at one award more than the other because I'm just thankful for anybody that wants to give me anything and show me for accolades and and put me on a platform. I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful for anybody that wants to do that for me. I have no problems at all.
Man, well, tell us a little bit about Atlanta Southwest that we keep hearing about. I know about it, but tell everybody else what is Atlanta Southwest? What is this organization we keep hearing about?
Okay, Atlanta Southwest is something that I don't wait on these questions you're supposed to be giving me too. Atlanta Southwest was an idea that Dominique Huff and I came up with back in 2016. I'm native Southwest Atlanta.
Okay,
I'm from there. I grew up in Greenbrier area, and how we met in 2016, Marvin Arrington, Fulton County Commissioner for District 5, he was having this constituent services meeting, and he had quite a few people that he called me. He called some other community leaders and some other stakeholders, and while we were sitting at the meeting, he was breaking us off into groups. My last name Hardnett, Dominique's last name is Huff.
Okay,
all right. So with that being said, we were put in the same group. And so everybody in that group exchanged phone numbers, and everybody just started talking. We just talked about different projects around the city that we wanted done. And I remember, and I told him, I said, man, I remember growing up on Campbellton Road, how we had 3-car dealerships.
Oh yeah,
Ponderosa, Red Lobster. I mean, Marcos. I mean, it was a place to be on Friday night.
Okay,
right. And I was like, man, I would love for it to get back to that point. I mean, it's going to take time. It's going to take money. It's going to take planning and everything. But I would love for to get it back to that point. And so with that, we started just talking about things. Then we started talking about ways that we could do to improve the area. And so that's when Atlanta Southwest was born in 2016. Now, it wasn't named Atlanta Southwest at the time.
Okay.
But that's where it came from. All right. And then how we looked at things, we said we need to pick a point where we need to start from.
Okay.
And I said, okay, well, Greenbrier Mall is the biggest thing over there. It has the most parcels. Okay. And so that's why we decided, well, first we were going to do a BID. Then we met with Aerotropolis, and they said, no, CID is better. Because you could go back and change these in the CID where you can't in the BID. BID is Business Improvement District.
Okay.
So you can't go back and change things once that's intact. Now downtown is good for BID, but in an area like Greenbrier, CID.
Okay.
And another thing so that's the reason why we chose Greenbrier, because we picked Greenbrier Mall as being downtown Southwest Atlanta.
Okay.
Because that's the mall, and that's the biggest area over there. Now that started off being our center point, Greenbrier Mall, but we're dealing with things in the whole district, going from Mount Gilead, Loch Lomond, Ben Hill, throughout the whole district. But that's our starting point because that's the largest place, and we felt like that's where we could make the biggest impact. And from there, from Atlanta Southwest, we ventured over to now Taste of Southwest.
Okay.
Now that's where we had the festival a couple of years ago. We had the festival at Greenbrier Mall. Greenbrier Mall was very happy. They've been very supportive of us.
I remember that taste event. That thing was well attended. Like,
oh yeah,
y'all got a lot of support on that.
No,
one.
we had almost 700 people there, and it rained.
Wow.
And so you know how we are. That drove some of us away. But if it wouldn't have rained, we could have got up to probably 1,000 people.
Now, tell me this. Why is it? Let me not say why is it, but why is it so important for areas like Greenbrier and Atlanta Southwest, for these areas? Because I know you guys do a lot to keep these communities clean, and y'all are trying to bring these communities back.
But we've done 5 cleaning projects this year alone already. Atlanta Southwest.
Why is that so important?
Well,
in these communities, and why does it mean so much to you? Because I know you got a personal stake in it. It's not just, hey, let me do this for the recognition. You really care about it. So what's the
well now you're speaking in general. Now, as far as me, I can speak for myself.
Yeah.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, it means a lot to me because that's where I was born and raised.
Okay.
That's where I'm from. My parents, I'm 5th generation Atlantan. My parents went to Washington High School and Marsh Brown.
Okay.
All of my siblings and I, we went to Douglas, and I went to Marsh Brown. My sister and my brother went to HBCUs, but my other brother went to PWI. I mean, it's important to me because it's our community. It's our African American community. And if we don't look after our own community, care about our own community, no one else will.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, no one else will. I mean, you have Asians will look out for Asians. The Mexicans will look out for the Mexicans. We blacks, we need to look out for one another. And I'm big on that. I'm not. I mean, some people are like, well, man, I'm not worried about that. That's a little bit of trash. And somebody's told us that. I'm like, okay, that little trash is there. Okay, then somebody else drops another piece of trash. Then somebody else drops another piece of trash. Okay, then you have litter.
But no, I love that mentality and that whole attitude. Look, this is our community, and we need to come in here and fix our own problems and stop looking for somebody else to do it.
Okay.
Now, who are some of the other people that's behind Atlanta Southwest that's funding a lot of these projects that you guys are doing over there?
Well, no one else is funding anything with our projects. I'm funding the project 100% myself.
Wow.
I'm spending all the money for everything that we need in the project. It's a funny story because when we first we had already started in 2016. In 2018, Dominique Huff had emailed our council person 4 times, and even called enough, messaged everything, no response, no kickback, no anything. And you know how Dominique is. He was getting he was getting frustrated, and his thing was, I hate when people give me their I'm gonna say shoulder.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say the other word because I don't want you to get no LCC fine. Right. So he was all upset about that. I said, okay, well, look here. We don't have to wait on anybody else, man. I said, that's the reason why I'm a businessman. That's the reason why I've handled my business in life. Let's roll. I said, let's sit down and come up with the budget. He said, okay. So we sat down, we went back and forth on numbers, and I kept seeing this $20,000 that he was putting in. I said, hey, man, what is this $20,000? He said, well, if we try to get people to sign up on a parcel for the CID, we may have to get on a plane, travel to different places in the city, stay in a hotel, take them out to eat and stuff like that. I said, Dominique, now I know you probably don't think my wife works, but she does. I said, Mr. does work every now and then. It's part-time. I said, she keeps health insurance and she keeps us on free flight benefits. Okay. I said, we don't fly. I said, we don't pay to fly. Okay. I said, we fly free. I said, fly free on Delta and Southwest. I said, if we had to get up and go out of town to get some parcels signed or something like that, we'll jump on the plane, go to the airport, jump on the plane to get there. I said, if you and I are too busy to get there, Misty get that paperwork and you're on the plane to go get it signed. I said, we'll get that done. I said, no, take out the money for flights. I said, so hotels, we already get hotels 50% off. I said, so that's another discount right there. I said, we take them out to eat. I said, so at the final number that we came up with, and I was expecting that number to be like over 100,000. It didn't even hit 100,000. It was much less than that. I said, oh man, let's roll.
Okay. Wow.
So from there we took off, and we've been rolling ever since.
Now let's talk about some of the projects that you guys got going on over there in that area.
Now, Now, one thing that we have, like in other groups, let me tell you this: the groups that I've co-founded, I founded myself that I brought in.
Okay.
Cascade Campbellton Senior Task Force.
Wow.
Right now, that's one project that I have rolling over there. In 2018, the seniors came to me and were like, we don't have nothing in our community. You know, we have the senior ball, but we have to go downtown. Why can't we have anything in our community? I said, okay. So they came to me. I said, well, I'm going to make it happen for you. They said, well, let's see. I said, okay. I started the Senior Citizen Task Force. I put Caretha Easterling at head of it. Okay. And we went from there. I got my team together. And we had, from there, we put together the first Harold Hardnett Senior Ball. And we had it at the old Jelly Beans, which is the AKA house now.
Okay.
I didn't even advertise it. Didn't say anything about it on Facebook or any social media. I just let it go by word of mouth. Almost 400 seniors showed up.
Wow.
Almost 400 seniors showed up. And from that point on, I had seniors tell me, hey, Hardnett, we believe in you. We believe you. I said, you were a man of your word. I said, if I tell you I was going to do it, I was going to do it. Now, we had everything set up for the next Taste of Southwest festival. But, you know, because of COVID stopped a lot of stuff and it pushed us back.
Okay.
But we're back working now. We're working on the CID now. We're working on the maps for the CID, getting everything together. I mean, that takes time. And I've let people know we're working on it. We're getting it together. We're working on that constantly. That's something that we're doing. We're working on the CID for Greenbrier. And we're also doing we're doing a lot of cleaning projects now for the community, and we're getting ready for another Taste of Southwest Festival. We're doing a lot of stuff. Wow. Now, yeah, like I said before, yeah, COVID did throw a monkey wrench in our stuff for a second, like it did everybody else.
Oh yeah.
So it slowed us down, but we're back working now. We never stopped working. It's just that a lot of things because they shut government stuff down too. So stuff we needed from government and stuff like that, we couldn't get to it.
Now, you mentioned government. Is there any government backing what you guys doing, or anybody helping you guys in that area?
No, we're doing everything ourselves.
They just don't care. Or?
Well, I mean, like I said before, we reached out to them, and we reached out to our council person. She didn't even return a phone call or email or anything like that. So we went on and did what we had to do. I mean, like I told Dominique, I don't never sit back and wait on anybody else.
Okay.
You know, I go on and handle my business, do what I have to do, and that's the way I've always been. I wouldn't be where I am today in life if I would have sat back and waited on somebody to help me out. I go do what I have to do.
Well, you definitely don't become CEO of the year waiting on other folks.
No, I mean business. I'm thankful and blessed. I'm very thankful and blessed. God's been good to me.
Now, what other groups? I know you mentioned Cascade, Senior Task Force over there, and the Greenbrier CID and the Taste of Southwest. Any other groups y'all working with the plan on working with?
I've also we were also working with the Campbellton Road Merchant Business Association to start back up.
Okay.
So we're doing things over there. I'm in real good with the businessmen over there in the Campbell Road, Fernando Gordon, Maceo Brown. The office is in Maceo Brown's office, System 5 office. That's what my office is. And so since I already had Hardnett Enterprise office set up, what I did was just add Atlanta Southwest onto that office. And I'm like, if I'm paying the bill, I'm just gonna keep paying the one bill that I'm already paying for my office. I'm not gonna get another office too. And come to find out, a lot of people was waiting to see where we were gonna put our office. Some people thought we were gonna put it on 38 over the 3800 block of Greenbrier Parkway.
Okay.
No, I said I want it on Campbellton Road.
All right.
And that's where it is, right on Campbellton Road. I said that's our base. Campbellton Road. I said, now we branch across the whole district. We go to Cascade. We go to like right now, the Cascade Nature Girls. I mean, what just happened with them where 14 cars got broken to their windows. You know, the windows broken in. Cecilia Houston Torrance gave me a call and told me about it. Wow. I mean, I had been up there 6 or 7 times before that happened. It didn't take windows being broken in for me to come up there. I had already been up there. It's just that I came up there when that happened as well. So, I mean, and it feels good to know that whenever something happens like that, or somebody wants to reach out, or somebody has a problem with something, or somebody, wants to cry, or, needs somebody to talk to, my phone rings.
Now, what's the goal in the area? What do you hope to see over the next, 10, 15 years in that area?
Well, man, I would love for things to get back to the way that they were back in the day. I mean, now you have
Greenbrier used to be the mall.
It used to be the mall, right? And I know brick and mortar malls are hurting right now because of Amazon and all of those things.
Oh, yeah.
But Greenbrier, I'm in constant contact with the mall management.
Okay.
Right. And some things are going on that I really can't talk about right now.
I understand.
But there are things going on and things are, happening over there. And then with Microsoft buying 90 acres right up on Bankhead Highway where the old Bankhead courts used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole Southwest Atlanta area is going to boom because of that.
Is that going to be one of those situations where it actually helps the community?
It should.
Or is it going to be one of those situations where they come in, regentrify, raise taxes? Grandma can't live there no more. I mean, we see it all the time.
Right. Okay. But this is one thing I tell people about gentrification. Now, I'm glad that there are things in place to help citizens who are already there.
Okay.
Stay there. But like I tell people, well, we want this kind of restaurant. We want this and we want that. We want this in our community like they have it. Okay, if you want those kind of things in your community, you're going to have, some things are going to have to improve and some things are going to have to cost.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to start getting the Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden, and things like that in your community, things are going to have to improve. I mean, it's going to cost more to fix it up to get it to that point.
Now, but I mean, Greenbrier Mall actually has the I think they said the second highest grossing Foot Locker in the nation.
It does. It does.
Right there in Greenbrier Mall.
The top three are New York, LA, and Atlanta.
So why is it so hard to attract business around that? If we already got the type of foot traffic, we're spending money. Why is it so hard to attract other businesses around that?
Maybe because of what's going on, with COVID and things like that. I mean, Greenbrier caters to a certain clientele. Now, hopefully, with Macy's gone, hopefully something can come in there. Since Macy's is gone now,
okay.
Like another department store. I'm just speaking hypothetically.
I got you.
Maybe another department store, something like that, and bring different kind of clientele into the mall from there.
Okay.
But I mean, 90% of the mall, and this is the thing about it. When people heard Macy's was closing, my phone was ringing off the hook. So I really found out in November that Macy's was leaving.
Okay.
Now, so I went and met with Macy's. Now, when I came back, and I met with Greenbrier, and I came back and told them, 90% of Greenbrier's foot traffic doesn't come through Macy's. 90% of the foot traffic comes through food court or the area where the post office is.
Okay.
Right. It does not come through Macy's. So with Macy's leaving, it wasn't going to track the foot traffic or the sales of the food court or any other businesses in there.
Wow. Tell me this. You guys do a lot in the community.
Yes.
Is this based around what the community wants, or is this based around you guys' opinions of this?
No
meetings or
we had already planned on holding town hall meetings for Atlanta Southwest. Once again, COVID stopped that.
Because your folks over there in Southwest said he ain't saying nothing to me.
No. I mean, yeah, we're gonna hold a town hall meeting, and that's just things to get back right. We're gonna hold a town hall meeting probably in a few months.
Okay.
That's as more people are getting more vaccine shots and things like that, and because people we want to come in person so we can really ask our questions to get down to the point of everything.
Okay.
And so that's one thing they really been. But we've been having meetings. I mean, I've had a few meetings with a few constituents in the community about what we're doing. Dominique has had a few meetings about constituents in the community about what he's doing. He just had a Zoom meeting a couple of weeks ago with the youth committee and things like that. So yeah, no. A lot of people have told us they like what we're doing and they're excited. Now, one thing I heard that they were really judging us on, they wanted to see how the festival went.
Okay.
Are these guys gonna really do something with the festival? They just really talking. Once the festival took off, they were like, "Oh, okay. We behind you all. We like you all."
So what's the date? I know COVID is still looming, but we're getting these vaccinations out there.
Okay.
What's the date for the festival?
The date for the festival is Labor Day weekend.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Labor Day weekend.
All
now,
right.
what we're gonna have to do this time is we're gonna have to have one entrance point. We're gonna have to have gates and one entrance point where everybody comes in, their temperature's checked.
Okay.
And I'm going to have extra masks there. So anybody that doesn't have on a mask, they have to put on the mask to come in, things of that nature. That's what's going to have to happen. It's going to be Labor Day weekend.
Wow.
Right.
Well, man.
Well, you're more than happy to come.
Man, please. I'm gonna be up. I was at the last one.
You were at the last one. We had a real good time, man. We got a real good response, and we were very happy from the people and the response we got from the community. Now, a lot of the things that we're doing, a lot of people in the community are supporting us. They want us to They want us to do things. It's not just so much what we want to do, but we get feedback from them as well.
I got you. Before I let you out of here, if somebody wants to find out more about the Atlanta Southwest CID that you guys got, or support your business because you are an entrepreneur with Hardnett Enterprise, we're gonna have to have you come back and talk about that one. How does somebody support you?
Well, we have Atlanta South. They go to AtlantaSouthwest.org. We have on the internet, on Facebook, we have a page, Atlanta Southwest page. We have a Taste of Southwest page. I also have a page for my foundation, Harold Hardnett Foundation. You can always meet us there. You can email me. My email is Harold, my name, Harold Hardnett, HAROLD, HARDNETT, 1971 at gmail.com.
And he is not lying about that.
I could give out my phone number. So many people have it. So, but I mean,
well, thanks so much, Harold, for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me right here on the #1 rated business show. Over the weekend, we lost a legend, just an Atlanta legend, one of the most celebrated Paralympians in the world. Curtis Lovejoy did pass. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he did.
To him, and condolences to his great family. I had the opportunity and the blessing to be able to interview him last year, and he left us with these words. And today, I would like to close the show with this. What is the message that you are trying to leave with this next generation?
You're going to have everything thrown at you. The trials and your tribulation only make you better. Without trial and tribulation, you're nothing. Each and every one of us were born with purpose. You got to find what your purpose is. Once you find out what your purpose is, stay true to it. And never leave God out of the equation. Because if you leave God out of the equation, you'll never make it. We heard of people who make their first selling record, one-hit wonder. We heard of summer athletes only did it one time. But if you want to do it multiple times and you want God to orchestrate your life, hey, listen, I have nothing to be sad of. I'm proud to be Curtis Lovejoy. I'm proud to hold the last name of Lovejoy. I'm proud of my parents. I'm proud of all the people who backed me along this journey, who didn't believe it. And then there's more people going to be saying after this interview is over, wow, they'll start doing their homework. Research the homework. Go out and search who Curtis Lovejoy really are. And you'll find out for yourself, this has been a diamond in a haystack that never been heard of. But now it's about to blossom.
Curtis Lovejoy. Thank you once again for joining me right here on the #1 rated business show. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else. I am KC Pride to keep up the show and all our guests that we got coming. And I promise you, we're going to keep it pumping and keeping it pumping. Once again, thank you so much to all my guests today. Trishunda, Mooney, Harold Hardnett from Atlanta Southwest, and the one and only Kenne Blessin. We'll be back next week, same place, same time. We are out.
You're listening to WWE Real 1100 AM, and we want you to practice good hygiene by simply washing your hands. So enjoy 20 seconds of blinding lights by The Weeknd as you practice safe habits.
I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky.